Okay, how's everybody doing today? There has been some updates, so let's check it out. The carpet showed up, so that was cool. Of course, they showed up. This is from the other place because we canceled the Home Depot because they just could not figure out how to put the carpet down, or they didn't want to. But this is from another place, and the guy was super old, and he was having trouble hearing, and he couldn't, well, whatever. I said glue down tack strips. First thing, that's what I wanted when I went in, because I didn't want holes in the concrete. The concrete guys show up, and they have no idea about the glue down tack strips. They were never told that. The guy was charging me extra for it, so all they could do was nail in tack strips, and they said it would take days for that to dry, and it's a real mess and all this stuff. So I said, fine, just nail it down. So I did the epoxy and everything for whatever reason. I let it dry for so many days, and I actually didn't need to because they never did the glue down tack strips anyway. But that's neither here nor there. I wanted the carpet down, so they got it done. So it's super cushy because it's got the Napa padding. It's like a 1/2 inch thick pad with moisture barrier on both sides. So hopefully that will be good. But as you can see, we got the rack mounted here. We got the speakers left, center, right, and left and right subs in. Of course, the camera's shifting color because of the color of light on the screen, but don't mind that. I was a little concerned 2 subs, 210s might not really pressurize the room well enough, but I think they do. They seem to hit pretty good. If you're a bass nut or you come from car audio, you might not think so, but in this space it seems to be pretty good. Instantly the acoustics got way better in here. It's not an echo chamber anymore. Now the walls are still not treated. I have a panel sitting there, and I've got one over here just because I had them laying around from my old apartment system just to help, but the walls are going to be hopefully fully treated all the way around, so that's another step to go. But right now, I wanted to get the speakers hooked up. These speakers, the Kin monitors, so these are all Totem Acoustic. So yeah, welcome to the equipment. Sorry, I didn't really tell you about that. I have a Lexicon RV9 AVR surround sound receiver. I'm using Totem Acoustics Sky bookshelves. These bookshelves use a Morel woofer with a 3-inch voice coil, so big motor structure on them. These can handle something like 500 watt peaks, which is crazy. I mean, way beyond what I'm ever going to be sending them in this small room. 1.25 silk dome tweeter. I wanted to keep it monochromatic, so I've got black, gray, and white, and the speakers with the grills off, so it's kind of like a stormtrooper look. There's going to be doors for this cabinet too, so you're not going to see all the wood color in there, but I haven't got to painting those yet. The subs are the Totem Kin 10s, 10-inch subwoofer, 300 watt amp. They're sealed. With that, looks like carbon fiber. I think it's a fiberglass, black fiberglass woofer. Here's a calibration mic I was using for the Dirac Live calibration on the Lexicon RV9, which at the moment is kind of buggy. There's a lot of features grayed out. It doesn't like the audio return channel from the TV, so I can't get any sound from streaming features on the TV like Netflix and YouTube, and really just TV because I have an antenna. We hooked up the antenna, did a channel scan, and I'm getting 49 channels over the antenna, so that's impressive. I just can't get the audio to the receiver. neither from audio return channel or optical right now. So there's something going on. I have updated the firmware on the receiver, but and I've gone through every setting, which there's not actually that many settings, and it's so the jury's still out there. The sound quality is incredible, though. The amp and preamp are really good in there. So it's making these, it's that Class G amplification. It's making these speakers sound really good. So when I play a 4K disc, which is over here, this is a Sony UBP X800 4K player. These are some of my 4K discs here, except that top one there. Sully, I just watched that last night. But the first movie was Arrival. I thought it was going to be that, and of course I tested it with some other movies. We got the whole Star Wars anthology in 4K here. Fury, the tank sounds were awesome when they shoot the shells across the field. Ford vs. Ferrari is an awesome movie. Blade Runner 2049. That was one of my other ones I was thinking about, but Arrival made the cut. Won some awards for sound design, and even though it wasn't Atmos, that's what I went with. So here we've got the Totem Sky center channel. That matches my left and rights. The Furman, it's the Elite 15 PFI power factor power conditioner with pull-out lights that nobody needs. I don't know why it has those, but I bought it for the power conditioning. Actually, this rack here, I told my carpenter I wanted it to look kind of like a Furman. So this is inspired by a Furman power conditioner right there, with the rounded edges and just kind of the smooth look to it. So the chairs are in, and they are working well. Power recline, power headrests. They fit well too. I got some decent space to the wall. I was afraid the row was going to be too long, but it isn't. The backs here. So the Kin monitors, little bookshelf. I thought on the back that there's a little plug on the back. I thought that was covering the threaded insert, but it turns out that's not a threaded insert. So they don't have really any way to mount these to the wall. So I thought I was saving some money, and I was going with these instead of a bigger one. I ordered the Kin Flexes now because they come with a wall plate and they sit flush to the wall, so they're not as deep as this, and they're just going to be flush on the wall. So they'll actually cover this. The plate will mount over the box in the wall, and the speaker will mount right here. They have kind of a built-in bevel to them, so they're sloped. I don't know what it is, 5 degrees. It's a slight slope, but I'm gonna have the surround backs pointing inward, so they perform a little bit narrower than their placement, because their placement's on the wide side, just the way the stud's laid out in here. And then the left and right surrounds, I'm gonna have the bevel going the other way, so they angle up. I couldn't get those quite as forward as I wanted to, because the pocket door slides in all the way to here, and I want them even. So that's surround back, that's main left and right surround. So I've got those on order, and we'll get those in, and it should be better all around. So I thought I was saving a little money going with the Kin monitors, and turns out I had to buy the Kin monitors and the Kin Flexes. So now I own both of them, so I actually spent more. That's a little rule in life that I've learned. You just do it right the first time. Do what's going to be the best solution the first time, because if you go with less, you're gonna end up doing that anyway, and it's gonna cost you double. The tweeter, I'm gonna get the tweeter up a bit higher than what these are now. We've got the Kin monitors just sitting on paint cans on speaker stands just so we could put something back there and connect it to the surrounds. So pay no attention to that. It's going to be here so we get the tweeter above the chair level. I don't want to get it too high because in an Atmos system you don't want to confuse your surrounds get so high, then they start to mix with your overhead Atmos channels, and that's no good. So you want it pretty close to the height of your tweeters in front, but since the chair back is higher than that, they're going to be up a little bit from there. Anywho, movies sound incredible. This amount of airspace is impressive for dynamics, even out of a small speaker. I'm crossing over all the speakers at 80 hertz, so all the bass goes to the subs, but it frees up power in the amplifier when you cross them over to 80 hertz because, as I've said before, bass frequencies take so much more power than mid-range frequencies. It's like 20 times more power to get to the same volume. So by crossing them over at 80, you take a lot of the strain off of the amplifier. You also take strain off of the speaker because the woofer no longer has to produce bass. And you send that to the speaker, the sub, that is designed specifically for producing bass. And everything sounds better for it. So less amplifier distortion, less speaker distortion. You can get higher output out of the speakers. So it's not a bad thing. A lot of people think, oh, I'm going to leave them as full range as I can. These will go down to 45 hertz. So I'm going to cross them over at 40 hertz. So I get the full capability of them. Well, that's not the best thing to do generally in a home theater. You want to have the speaker that's designed to produce bass handling that for you. Anyway, the 85 is the perfect size screen. When you're sitting here, it's a nice big picture. So, all right, I'll have more updates soon. We got to get pocket hardware pocket door hardware on, because I need something to pull to get the door closed, and I'm going to get those speakers in and get them mounted. I also got speakers coming for up here, the front high wides. I figure, if I'm ordering it, I'll just order it all, and we'll just do it all at once. So, okay, that's the laptop we're calibrating with. The Dirac Live was a little weird, at least in the lexicon, but we're figuring that out. I've updated it several times and rerun it and cleared it again and updated it and rerun it, but I'll stop rambling. I'll come back when I have some more progress done, and you guys have a great night. Thanks for watching.